Go. So let's work out some examples of ECG axis together. Okay. So example number 1, right? So let's look at lead 1, right? It's predominantly positive, so that's a thumbs up, right? So let's put a thumbs up right there. Great, thumbs up. And let's look at lead AVF. It's positive too, so we're gonna put a thumbs up there. All right, so that's 2 thumbs up, right? So 2 thumbs up, that's got to be normal, right? That makes a whole lot of sense. So we're saying on this diagram, lead 1 is positive, lead AVF is positive, and therefore it's normal. All right, so lead 1 is positive, so it's got to be somewhere over here. Lead AVF is positive, right? So that means it's got to be somewhere down here, and this is the overlap. All right, so 2 thumbs up, that's positive, and that's normal. Okay, next example. So in this one, it's basically the same. So this is lead 1, it's upright, right? Positive. Lead AVF, upright, positive. So just for consistency, let's do it all properly. Put that text box where it's supposed to go. All right, there we go. Got a thumbs up there, and got a thumbs up here. Right, so that's normal. Okay, let's move on. So that's 2 examples down, right? Normal axis for both ECGs. All right, so we have a funny looking ECG here, but no worries, we're just looking at the axis. Okay, so lead 1 is here, and lead AVF is here. All right, okay, so let's go. So lead 1 is negative, right? It's mostly going down, the QRS complex, that is. So let's label that. All right, so that's a thumbs down. All right, cool. And lead AVF, well, to be honest, that's mostly going down too. See, it's negative too. So let's label that as well. So you can use your thumbs, your own thumbs, to work it out with me. All right, so that's a thumbs down too. So 2 thumbs down, that's extremely abnormal. So that can only be far right axis deviation. So let's draw the diagram as well. So lead 1, lead AVF, right, going that way, going that way. So what we're saying is, for lead 1, the impulses are going away from lead 1, right? So it's not going to the left, it's going to the right. So it's somewhere over here. Right, and for AVF, it's not going downwards, it's going away from AVF, it's going upwards, so it's somewhere over here. So they intersect right here, which is clearly far or extreme right axis deviation. All right, so let's move on. Next one. So a lead 1, here we go. right? The QRS is positive, predominantly positive, and AVF. So let's label that. Sorry, keep skipping like that. My apologies. Okay, let's go. All right, lead 1. Let's label that. That's a thumbs up. Alright, so use your thumbs while you're watching the video. I think that tactile stimulation will help. So use your thumbs. So lead 1 would be a thumbs up, right? And lead AVF, okay, so let's circle. It's predominantly negative, the QRS complex. Alright, so let's label that as well. Thumbs down, right? So remember the rule we said. If, hold on, oops, I'm trying to move it over here. Okay, cool. So the rule was, if you have a thumbs up and a thumbs down, right, you're going to go in the direction of the thumbs up, right? So you're going to ignore the thumbs down, you ignore the negativity. So therefore, if your left thumb is up, right, it means it's left axis deviation, right? So we can draw it on the diagram again too. All right, so the shortcut is we go, if one is positive and one is negative, or one thumb is up and the other thumb is down, we're going in the direction of the thumbs up, right? So it would be left axis deviation. So if lead 1 is positive, that means the impulse is going in the direction of lead 1, so it's somewhere on this side. And then if lead AVF is negative, it's going away from AVF, so it's somewhere up here. So the intersection will be here, and that's left axis deviation. All right, cool. So let's keep it pushing. Okay, so again, this is lead 1. So lead 1 is predominantly positive, and lead AVF is predominantly negative. Okay, it's basically the same thing again, right? So let's label it up. All right, bring this up here. So lead 1 gets a thumbs up, all right, and lead 2, AVF, my apologies, I misspoke. Lead AVF gets a thumbs down. So when you have a thumbs up and a thumbs down, you go in the direction of the thumbs up, right? So lead 1, you'll be going in that direction, which is towards the left, right? Because lead 1 is your left hand and AVF is your right hand, right? So you're going towards the left. So it's a left axis deviation. Let's draw the diagram again too. There you go. AVF would be going downwards, lead 1 is going leftwards, and so we're saying lead 1 is positive, so the impulse is somewhere over here, and lead AVF is negative, so it's going away from AVF, so it's somewhere up here. So the intersection would be left axis deviation. All right, let's do the next one. Okay, so in this one, it's the same thing again. Lead 1 is positive, lead AVF is negative, you'd have a thumbs up. So we're just doing it for repetition's sake, right? So it just sticks, okay? So even though it's the same thing, we're gonna still do it, right? So that's a thumbs up, and then this would be a thumbs down. Alright, and therefore this will be left axis deviation because we're going with the left thumb. Alright, cool. Moving on. Alright, so with this one, lead 1 is mostly down. Alright, so let's give that a thumbs down. Thumbs down. So use your thumbs, right? And then lead AVF is mostly up. Oops. Mostly up, right? So that's a thumbs up. Okay, so using our hands, my left hand is a thumbs down and my right hand is a thumbs up. So we're gonna go with the thumbs up. My right hand, which means it's right axis deviation. So this ECG is right axis deviation. We can draw it on the quadrant diagram. AVF, lead 1. So lead 1 is negative, so it's going away from lead 1, so it's somewhere over here. And AVF is positive, so the impulse is going towards AVF, so it's somewhere down here. So the point of intersection is right here, so it's therefore right axis deviation. Okay, let's keep going. I hope everybody's following. I hope it's straightforward enough. Okay, let's go. Is this the last one? Yeah, it's the last one. Okay, so let's do this one. So AVF, no, lead 1 is predominantly positive. Alright, so thumbs up. Cool. And lead AVF is predominantly positive as well. So that's a thumbs up. So 2 thumbs up, that's normal for sure, right? So normal axis right here. Okay, so I hope this was very helpful. I know that generally speaking, persons tend to have a little trouble with axis interpretation. So I hope that this way of breaking it down made it easy and straightforward for you. Alright, thank you for tuning in.